Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Hello, and welcome to Slay the Princess. So I'm excited for this because a demo came out for this a while ago, I think a couple years ago by now, and I didn't play it for myself, but I watched some other big name YouTubers play it, and it looks very interesting. So I immediately wishlisted it because I wanted to see when it came out, so we're gonna be playing it today. And I'm not sure how many episodes I'm gonna do on this. I guess it depends on how long it is, how many endings I want to do. So we're gonna figure it out. We're just gonna start game. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path
we got voice acting
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Great.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So the opposite of what you usually do in these types of stories. Oh yeah, okay. So I don't remember much about this game. I just remember it looking cool. I don't really remember why I wishlisted it, but I remember being excited about it. Okay, we got a bunch of options. Whoa. Holy shit, that's a lot of options. Okay. Oh, and the background shifts with my mouse movement. I like that. I'm not gonna read all these out loud because there's a lot of options. So if you want to look at all of them, you can pause whenever I scroll over them. I'm between these two options. Either just absolute maniac, sweet, I've always wanted to offer monarch, people of Revolution, or just silent protagonist. I guess we can do multiple run-throughs of this. Let's do silent protagonist first.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Thank you, the narrator.
A warning before you go any further.
Okay.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
That's right. Okay, so the question is, do we trust her? Do we trust the narrator? Do we trust ourselves? Do we trust this world?
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a
princess.
princess.
Voice of the hero, this is me.
We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I mean, that's a stereotype at least.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I guess proceed to the cabin. So one choice we have. Oh, we're getting close. And the door opens.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
We might need that knife.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Looks nice
the
and
blade
sharp.
is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this.
Or if I just want to, choke her out or hit her in the head so hard her head just flies off. Yeah, we'll take it. Yeah, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without
But why is she threatening the world? What about her could be threatening the world? Let's enter the basement. Let's go find out for ourselves.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
That's a good way to look at it.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh. Just me.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
What? I don't know if that sounded necessarily dangerous, but
Don't
I guess,
fool you.
yeah, was
It's all
commanding in a
part
way.
of the manipulation.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who to trust. I feel like it's gotta be the princess as the bad character, like the villain, right? Like she turns out to be the monster. Silent.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
I guess. Your reason, at least. Hello, princess.
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Did she already break out of one of them? Because if there's two chains here, presumably they're both for her, but one of them's broken.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I don't know, man. I just walked here.
Focus on the task at hand.
Okay.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You sound kind of smug. Well, if we're going quiet, steal your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Uh-huh.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
I have a knife. That's what.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason. Right?
Maybe?
And if that knife is the only weapon you have? You'll have to get close enough to use
Also,
it.
I have my cold words.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Is it a bluff?
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I'm gonna go straight forward for this one. Slay the princess. I'm just gonna do it right away. Let's do
You
it.
lunge forward without a moment's
Looks
hesitation.
so shy.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
I don't think the heart is right in the middle of the chest. I think it's a little bit off to the left, but you know, whatever. I did it.
Oh,
Oh. So it doesn't seem that voice mixed with that face, they don't go together. That voice seemed a little bit less distressed than the face.
this is it, isn't it?
Maybe?
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder,
I mean, I'm just doing what the game tells me to do. It's the name of the game.
do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
I don't know, man. I hit the button that says slay the princess. I assume it was gonna slay the princess.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Does that mean she can't die?
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Her font type changed in that last line.
But it's over, isn't it?
Probably not.
She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Definitely not. No way. Of course not. That was way too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked
You're the
up.
one working us up.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
Don't check for a pulse. Go for another stab.
I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
100%.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming
It
back.
didn't pierce her heart. I'm gonna take the blade so I can have my weapon back.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt.
What is my arm? Am I like a dragonborn or something? I got like scales on me.
But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side.
In my side?
What was that?
Did she stab me?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Ooh, that's a creepy smile.
Quick, let's get out of here.
Oh. Ooh.
It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
I'm sorry, just the hero trying to be like, we gotta get out of here now. And then they were like, it's too late for that, come on. You know what's going on.
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
So she is dying?
An eye for an eye. A life for a life.
Sure.
I guess we're even now.
Okay.
See you around.
What do you mean see you around?
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with
Well, yeah, I killed her, so world saved. Just I'm dead too. That's fine.
you, whatever that's worth.
It's what.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Cool. Chapter 2, The Razor. Okay. Okay, that was all one chapter.
You're on a path
Oh.
in the woods.
Oh, wait.
You're here to slay.
Yes. Oh, I can just leave. That was an option before as well. I'm gonna turn around and leave.
And away we go.
Voice of the cheated.
Good call.
Is that me now? Is that the main character?
Seriously? You're just
Yeah,
going
okay.
to turn around and leave?
Oh.
Do you even know where you're going?
So, the character traits of the main character, of like the protagonist, I guess, of me, is determined by what I choose. So, the cheated is the one that leaves. Away from the cabin, yes, let's leave the...
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the
That's what I clicked.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Okay, so the narrator definitely... It sounds like at least they have some sort of control over this world. Well, I'm gonna try again, but I assume it's just gonna put me back here.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time.
I
aren't you?
think so, I'm sorry.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies.
I get what you mean by dies.
forever.
Well, I mean, I died, and I came back, so, I mean, that's fine.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you
It's
came.
just gonna bring me back to the house again, the cabin.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again.
Oh, weird.
Everything is getting...
It's not what I expected. Wait.
What's going on?
Oh, why am I hero now?
Where are we?
I went from voice of the cheated back to hero?
That son of a bitch flipped over the table, didn't he?
Wait. Am I the cheated? Who's the cheated here? Am I the hero? Who flipped over the table? What is going on? The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a texture of nothingness. It's quiet. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Hello, fingies. Fearless. Others fearless probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. I knew this game got weird, and I remember it getting weird. I didn't remember how weird it got. I don't know if this is new or if this was part of the game before. I don't know. This is awesome. I love this already. This is a nightmare. Wake up. Embrace your thoughts. I'm gonna embrace them. Urgency. You have a story you need to finish. It is the only way for us to escape this place. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Return to your destined path. Face the consequences.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that
You know it
path
when you see it?
is a
What?
cabin. And in the basement
Wait.
of that cabin is a princess.
It put us back to chapter 1. Last time it continued. Oh, so that was an ending? And now we're restarting from the beginning. I'm really curious, is this a true restart? Like, we actually put back to the beginning, that was a hard ending? Or is it a trick restart, where it's telling me I'm back at chapter 1, but it's an altered chapter 1, like things are gonna be different this time I go through.
You're here to slay them.
Yeah. I'll do I want to offer Monarch.
That's the spirit.
Thank you. I mean, I don't think that really changed it much.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Yeah.
A warning. She will lie.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's go in. One choice I got. I mean, we could try different stuff now. We could try
interior of
just
the
talking to
cabin is
her.
almost entirely bare.
Yeah.
The blade.
Let's not take the blade and just go in the basement. Wonder what he's gonna say about that.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Oh.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an
Yeah, okay,
unseen
that's the same line.
voice, soft.
Hello? Is someone there?
That's different. Before, it was more commanding. This sounds more desperate.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Well, I don't plan on killing her this time, unless I plan to strangle her or something. Hi, just checking in on you. Oh, that's interesting. There's two options. I'm here to save you, or lie, I'm here to save you. I could go to try to help her this time. Maybe that'll end the world, or maybe that'll make a powerful friend.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
At least 4.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Okay.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
It's on camera. Hi.
Walk down the stairs.
Yeah, you look
and
more
lock eyes with the
like damsel in the
princess.
distress now.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful.
I'm still concerned about
How could someone
the
like
other
this be a threat
broken
to
chain.
anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Only the weight of the world.
I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
I have a feeling that forever is literal. Like, she actually means forever.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains,
I mean,
we're all one step closer to the
the end capitals. I need another ending. Let's see what I can do. I should have brought the dagger just to cut the chains, I guess. Maybe I can do it on my
Only
own.
making this more difficult.
Oh no.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
You're making a huge mistake.
Because maybe her personality changes, like her character changes based on the choices I make as well.
No. You're doing the right thing.
Okay, thank you. So maybe these voices are separate and I'm actually the protagonist. Like, it's supposed to be me making decisions and the voices of the heroes are like the voices in my head talking to me.
You walk up to the chains,
Her
binding
eyes
the
doing there.
princess to the wall, and give them a tug.
It's not gonna do much.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Okay.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
I can go check.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light.
I mean, I got the
of day.
knife.
They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabinet.
You'd think so. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe there's keys still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here.
I didn't think you were
Look.
moving anywhere.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
I wonder if that's the princess or if that's someone else.
Is someone else here?
My question exactly. Try the door?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Guess I could have assumed that. Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I don't even have a knife this time, man. Should I have
You
brought the
make your
knife?
way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Well.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're
It's not that bad.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
I mean, a door should be easy to break through, though. If it's just a
There's
wooden
slight
door,
panic rising
kinda-
in the princess's voice.
you know, it doesn't look too sturdy.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Maybe. We could find out.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
I mean, that's one way to do it. You solve the problem. I just feel like we could have gone through alternative routes before we resort to this. Because, like, yeah, it's an option, but maybe the last resort.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
Behind me? Like up the stairs?
It's the blade from
Oh.
upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down
Somebody
here,
tossed
but
it
if there's
down.
a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Well, it's kind of late to free her if she's already gnawing at her fucking arm. Oh, I only have one option. Save the princess.
Fine.
Okay.
Against your better
Okay, I'm just
judgment,
cutting the rest of a knife.
place the blade against
I mean,
the
her
ragged,
wrist.
self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Can I take the hand home as a souvenir? Just have that, display it in just epoxy for, make it encased in resin. Your eyes are like fucking puppy dogs as I'm cutting your hand off.
You cut into her flesh.
That's what it looks like.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her
She looks so silly, just like, what? Just pulling off like string cheese. It's like a fucking pizza commercial with a stretching the cheese like way too slow.
Her
Oh, there it
lid
is.
falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
I have a feeling she's a little bit tougher than a regular human.
No, she didn't.
Uh-huh.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Rhythmically. Interesting.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
I mean, she's gotta escape, you know?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Alright. I made a new friend. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
So, that's interesting. The narrator isn't a external character, a force, or whatever. They're not an external voice. They're part of this world because they're directly interacting with it. and talking to me.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the...
Oh, he's influencing me.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do...
Yeah, he's forcing me to.
Watch me.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Oh. Well, I've slayed the princess. That's kind of like Doki Doki Literature Club, when it's like dragging your hand to choose Monica. It's like it's trying to get me to pick these, but I can warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Well, I don't.
Your body lunges forward.
Okay.
The blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
I bet she's pretty nimble, yeah.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I feel like the more I fight her, the more problem it's gonna be. Resist. I mean, I'm just gonna try it.
Move the blade.
I wonder if picking one of those Slay the Princess options is like a secret thing. Like you have to pick it and then like it gives you a new route that you wouldn't have ever
As
known
your
before.
body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Maybe come at me from the side instead of from the front. Okay, whatever.
We both know this isn't you.
Yeah, it's narrator.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hand.
Wow, I got some long nails, claws or whatever.
Doing?
Man, yeah, what am I? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be
Oh, you're
quick.
gonna kill me now?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Is that good or bad?
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Is she even gonna be able to get out of this?
Her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
If she's this powerful though, why would like a locked door and a chain hold her down though? If she's a powerful enough force to end the world, why is that what's stopping her? Like this has gotta be her creation, right? This has gotta be something she's doing on her own to play with the world, to play with me, to, you know, just make this world a toy.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
See, the thing is I don't, because I am a human being playing a video game.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's gotta be the thumbnail, right? It's her stabbing, getting blood all over herself, and just like crying with no hand. That's beautiful.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
I mean, she's kind of doing it right. She's stabbing. Is she not going for my heart?
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Guess so.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
I mean, what'd you expect, man? Like, what'd you expect with her stabbing us? You didn't get this, like, it was gonna end earlier?
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
I guess so.
Everything goes dark. And you
Oh.
die.
The Damsel. Okay, a new name for Chapter 2. What was the last one called? I don't remember.
You're on a path.
Yeah. I'm gonna see what happens if I talk to him a little bit. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
You know that's not true.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I don't know.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
So, is it each ending I get a new voice?
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
I think the narrator can hear all my thoughts.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Said the four of us. So, the hero, the smitten, the cheated, and then me, I guess? I don't know, but I think the voice of the hero is, like, consistent, so that's always one.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Maybe? Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I... Yeah, it already did happen. Why should I bother doing anything? Might as well ask.
Very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Sure.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met
More than
me,
the second.
or at least a version of me.
Okay.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Maybe. Well, the first time I guess I didn't listen to you on that one too. So, should I go through and try to do a full kill once? Like, I do everything his way, and once I stab her, like, I take the knife, I go to the cabin, take the knife, stab her, and then walk away without checking, without taking the knife, and it's like, that's it? Would that be a good end?
You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
Yeah, maybe that's a good option too. Like, maybe something good can happen of showing her mercy.
Oh, I wonder
don't know.
why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that.
I mean, that's reasonable.
I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
You don't want to ask much of
Anyway,
me.
I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that,
Is that how I
it sounds
sound?
to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Yeah, I'm not really
What do
sure.
you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah, it's like Groundhog Day. It just keeps repeating. Whatever happened yesterday doesn't matter.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
It seems very the same, other than having another voice talking to me.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
The world ended, by your words at least.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you?
I don't know, dude.
She would never. She's a perfect angel.
This guy's a white knight.
Cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
I like the voice. The voice really goes with it.
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Okay. I'm gonna try to do a regular full kill. Like, basically what I did with the kill...
Before you go any further.
Oh, yeah.
We all, I think we've all. I do.
Oh, shit. I
But
shouldn't
I
be...
also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear
Yeah, I
them.
guess so.
Don't pay their bickering any mind.
Yeah, whatever. We're just gonna go in. We're gonna take the knife, and we're gonna kill her, and then we're gonna walk away. That's it. That's gonna be the end of it.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Weird. Okay. I didn't expect the cabin to change. I don't remember if there was a thing in that demo. I don't remember how far the demo went. I'm really curious to see where this goes, but I think I'm gonna leave it here on a little bit of a cliffhanger to like what comes up next, because I want to do more videos on this. I'll put another video up of this tomorrow, and then next Friday and Saturday I'll put more videos up of this, and we're just gonna see how long this goes, see how long it's interesting for, how many enemies I can get out of it. I'm very, very curious. So, hold on. Can I save right here? Yeah, save. Okay. We're gonna save. Bam. Empty slot. Good. Okay. Tomorrow, tune back in for the next episode of this, and we see what happens when we just do a regular kill just like the narrator says, but in this weird castle thing.